Hi, I'm Joy, and this is my channel, Yoga with Joy. Welcome. So this is a series. This is phase 3 in a series of 4 videos, especially for people who have undergone abdominal surgery. So that's presumably you. And it could be any type of abdominal surgery. So it might be something like a hernia, which could seem fairly minor, but doesn't always feel so. Or something, like a full hysterectomy or anything in between. Anything to do with the colon, anything like that. So any surgery at all in this area is what we're focusing on. So this particular video, being phase 3, is actually aimed at a rough guide is about 6 to 9 weeks after surgery. So it might actually not be appropriate for you if you've had some more extreme surgery and you might need to wait longer for this video, or you might have found yourself here sooner than 6 weeks. So it just really depends on your body and your surgery and your fitness before the surgery as well. So before taking part in this sequence, it's really important that you know your body, you know how you're feeling, what you're feeling like, what you're ready for, and know your own fitness and know how you're healing. And it could be really important to speak to your doctor. So you might have already had communication with your doctor before starting the other videos in this series. But make sure that it's the right one for you before you continue. I advise actually watching it first, because then you can get an idea of what's going on, or even just flick through the chapters at the bottom, because I've got chapters down here at the bottom. Flick through and see if there are things that you can manage. So with props, we're going to just be using anything comfy like cushions and things like that. That's nice. We won't be needing them as much as the previous 2 videos. But also blocks can be quite useful for propping yourself up and making it easier to practice different asana or postures. And of course, blankets are always great for sitting on, rolling up and sitting on, and svasasana at the end when we're lying down. So take it really easy, listen to your body and enjoy the practice.
Oh, radiant sun, pure consciousness, flaming orb of truth and bliss, remove the veil so I can see, illuminate my heart, awaken me.
So in this yoga sequence, we start lying down. So make your way onto the mat with your knees facing the sky and gently ease yourself down. So even though you've probably been much more mobile than previous weeks, just still take care and be mindful of your body that's still healing. And we'll start with the feet hip-width apart and the knees hip-width apart. And just resting here for a moment, placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Breathing in, inhale into the chest, and exhale, feeling the energy that you've just breathed in move down towards your abdomen and feeling the healing in your abdomen. Inhale gently into your belly this time, so raising up your abdominal area. Exhaling the energy that you've just breathed in into this area. Lovely. So just continue this breathing another 3 times. Inhaling into the chest. And exhaling. Relaxing the body and the nervous system. Inhale, belly. Exhale, feeling your hands rise and fall as you breathe. Inhale, chest. Exhale. And as you breathe into the chest, making sure you're keeping your shoulders nice and relaxed. Inhale, belly. Exhale. Inhaling, chest. Exhaling, watching and feeling it drop down back towards the spine. Inhale, belly. Exhale again. Back towards the spine. Lovely. That's perfect. And just releasing the breath and bring the hands down to your abdominal area. We'll just take 3 breaths into the belly. Inhale. Feel the fingers are moving apart. Exhale, fingers back together. Inhale, expand. Exhale. So if this is the area that's been opened up and you're still healing, and just taking care with your breaths, and then moving the hands up around about the rib cage, fingers touching. Inhale, feeling the expanding, fingers moving away from each other. Exhale, they're moving back towards each other. Inhale, opening up the rib cage. Exhale, really just focusing on the area that your hands are when you do this breathing. Inhale and exhale. You can have your eyes closed if you wish. Then breathing, bring the hands up towards the chest, touching the clavicle area. It's your collarbone. Inhale. And exhale, relaxing your shoulders, the back, shoulder blades. Just inhale, expanding, keep your shoulders still nice and relaxed. Exhale, soften. Inhale, expand, opening up. And exhale. Lovely. And then bringing the hands down by your side. And continue with this deep breath, so feeling into the whole of your torso as you're breathing. So that's your belly, rib cage and chest, the whole of the torso. And as you inhale, prepare, and then exhale, lifting up your hips. So just really all you're doing is your coccyx and your sacrum are lifting slightly. You're just tilting your hips on the exhale, flattening your lordosis, that's the curvature in the back of the spine, into the mat. Inhale, relaxing back down. Exhale, tilting the pelvis again. Inhale. Exhale, gentle pelvic tilts. You'll remember these if you've been doing any of the other videos. Pelvic tilts. That's great, exhaling up. And then inhale, down. Fantastic. So we'll stick with that for this practice. Open up your arms about shoulder height. And then moving down your arms just about 1 inch, so not very far. And then gently moving the knees over to the left and the head over to the right, being careful of any tugging, any scar in the area. Just going as far down as you can. Inhale back up, and then exhale over to the other side. That's great. Inhale up. Exhale over. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling up and exhale over. Just really gently stretching out the side body as you move. A couple more times on either side. Remembering your breathing out as the knees move over to the side, and you're inhaling as they move back up towards the ceiling or the sky. Just taking this as slow as you need to go. And then gently bringing the knees up and resting here for a moment. And just rocking the pelvis again. So just taking a couple of pelvic tilts to rock out your back. Exhaling, tilting up. Inhale. Exhale, that's great. Perfect. Okay. So resting here for a moment. And then we're going to bring up the right leg. Place the hands down. If you need any props here, then please use it. So you could place a blanket under your head if you need. And we're just going to gently circle the right leg. And if you're feeling a bit stronger, you could circle a little bit further down, making sure that your back doesn't arch at all, making sure that your abdominal muscles can handle the strengthening. That's what we're doing here, is just strengthening the abs. Circling one way. And if you need to be further, if it's too much and you can bring your leg up, just reduces the toning of the abdomen a little bit. If you're noticing you're arching your lower back, then bring the leg up. You could play around with it a little bit. Keeping the left leg steady, mine's wobbling a little bit. And then the other way. Just being super careful. Always checking in if this is okay for you. And remember, if anything doesn't feel okay, you can move back down to phase 2 or even phase 1, or any of the other abdominal surgery videos on my channel. And they'll be in the same playlist. Oh yeah, I haven't popped I'll pop the playlist up here, so you can find any others. And then releasing the movement, reducing the movement, and then releasing the leg back down. And just resting there for a moment, that's quite strong. And then bringing up the left leg. So find your place, or you can move around, that's fine. And taking the circle one way. See if you can go a bit further down. See how that feels. You can always place your hand on your abdomen to see what's going on. It's quite a good thing to do, just to check out what the strength is like. Remember, any sharp pain, it's not what we want. So slight aching might be okay. So just check in to feel if it feels all right. There might be a slight dull ache as the scar tissue is getting some activity. And as your muscles build up strength as well, it can also feel quite full on. But we don't want any sharp pains. And then the other direction. So be toning your legs as well as your abdomen. Feeling those abdominal muscles nice and strong, aren't they? So remembering your pelvic floor can be lifted as well at this time. As you exhale. That's great. Woo! Okay, let's release that down. That's really strong. And of course, you don't have to do anything as long as that. And then placing the hands down. And just a few more pelvic tilts. So exhaling up and lifting up the pelvic floor. I forgot to mention that before. So always lifting up the muscles. For men it's your perineal muscles. For women, it's the vaginal wall. So lifting up those muscles, exhaling. Remember, we're healing from the inside out. So those internal muscles, the pelvic floor muscles, the inner abdominal muscles. Exhaling, lifting. Inhale down, that's good. Well done, that's nice. And then spine back to neutral, that's perfect. And then lifting up the right leg, and then we're going to bring the right ankle on top of the left thigh, the quad here. And then bring your right hand through between the legs and the left hand on the other side. This is the leg cradle. And gently ease in, if it's okay for your belly, where your operation's been. And you can just ease in the legs. Now, if you have a scarf or a strap or something, you can also bring the strap around like that. And this is a perfect opportunity. If you haven't done already, you can place a blanket underneath your head. And that helps your head from, if you notice it lifts up. Ease in the legs. So you're stretching out your right glute. The hips are on here and the piriformis. Lovely slow breaths. You're either breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, or just you can breathe gently out through your mouth as well. Feels more comfortable. And try both. And then releasing the legs down. Lovely. And just a couple of pelvic tilts. Exhale. Up, lifting up the pelvic floor, and then inhale down. It's gentle rocking out. That's good. There we go. Back to stillness. Lifting up the left leg, placing the left ankle over the right thigh, the quad muscle area, and then bringing through your left hand through the legs, and then clasping your right hand behind the thigh here, and then exhaling towards you. Remember, you can use a strap or a scarf or something if you need to. And gently bring in your legs. Lovely, that's good. Exhaling the legs towards you. Inhaling, slightly moving away from you just a little bit. That's great. And then releasing down. That's wonderful. Okay, and then the hands by the side, and just exhaling the pelvis up again, pelvic floor. Inhaling back down. One more time. That's lovely. And then resting back down. And then just side to side. So we're just going to have a little move out from side to side. So we're not doing the proper twist, we're just rocking. Nice. And back. So the knees are up, and then bring your feet out over to the side. So edge of the mat, and just again rocking. So you're stretching out the thighs a bit now. Very gently giving your body a bit of a stretch. These hips love movement. Oh, that's so good. Especially if you've been having to kind of restrict your movements and stuff for the last few weeks, a couple of months. And then bringing the knees back up and gently turn over onto your side. And then bring yourself up. And we're going to come up into the cat. So we haven't done this yet in the other sequences in phase 1 and 2 of this 4-part series, because if you come into tabletop like this, actually that can be a little bit uncomfortable because it's a lot to hold in there if you've got weakened abdominal muscles and you've had your scars are there. So now, hopefully, you're strong enough. You'll be strong enough to hold your belly like a hammock here, and your abdominal muscles are strong enough to really play a part in this cat posture. So Majarasana, the cat. So your hands are below your shoulders and your knees are below your hips. And then feeling the energy from the base of the spine right through your spine. That's your sacrum, and then your lumbar spine here, and then your thoracic spine up here, and then your cervical spine, which is your neck. Feeling the energy through the crown of the head. So just take a moment to rest here and notice how your body is, softening your shoulders away from the ears. Your hands are below your shoulders, knees below your hips, hip width apart. And then start by moving in any way that feels comfortable for you. So as you exhale, you can lift up the pelvic floor, your mula bandha, and your abdominal muscles a little bit. And as you inhale, you can release those muscles. So you can do a bit of snaking the spine. Whatever exercise you've been doing so far, you might not have been on all fours doing this, so it just depends what you've been getting up to, but for a lot of people won't have actually been doing this one yet. Exhaling back, then we can start to scoop. So we're doing a flowing cat where we inhale up, and then we're scooping up and then bringing ourselves back. Inhale. Exhale, lift up Mula Bandha, abdominal muscles and pelvic floor. Mula Bandha is your pelvic floor area, your root lock. Inhale. Exhale. And then bringing your cat back to stillness. Lovely. Great. Okay, so engaging your abdominal muscles, lifting up pelvic floor, lift up your right arm. See if that's okay for you. How's that feeling? Might be quite strong on the lower back. Exhale down. Engaging abdominal muscles. Exhaling up your left arm. Take a full breath cycle up here. Inhale and then exhale down that arm. And then we're going to go to the legs. Breath to prepare, then exhale, lift up pelvic floor and abs. That's quite strong. Breath cycle and exhale down. And the other side. Preparation breath and then exhale up. Lifting up abs, pelvic floor. Exhale down. Lovely, great. And so you can do more of those in your own time, or if you use this video again, we'll just do those two for now. But that's a great little strengthener. And let's move over to the side, so we're stretching out the side body. See how that is? It depends on, if you can do this depending on where your surgery was. And bring yourself back and then over to the other side. Taking anything as gently as you need to, remember. And the breath is guiding the movement. So as long as you're breathing steadily and deeply, then all will be well. And listening to your body. So it's not about getting into the right pose. Okay, so bring your your knees over to the side, touch your toes, and then gently move down into child. So we're making space for your belly. So here, if you wish to, if you're still kind of feeling like you want something to rest on, you can rest here with your body, your top of your body, your head coming down onto the pillows. Have a very gentle breath here. This is where you can really let it all kind of hang as much as you need to. And take this time to completely relax for a moment in child. We won't be here much longer. And then very gently bring yourself back up. And if you did use any cushions or pillows or anything, just moving them to the side. And moving your blanket, if you had blanket under your knees, over to the other side. That's lovely. And coming back into cat for a moment, and then we're going to bring ourselves up by almost like we're coming into a squat, and then gently bring ourselves up to standing. So really mindfully and carefully we're doing that. And we're just going to have a gentle, soft, easy balance. So placing your legs hip width apart and the outside edge are in line with the mat. So your feet might slightly be in a little bit, lifting up through the arches of your feet. And then find a drishti, or eye gaze. So somewhere on the floor or a point in the wall in front of you or anything like that. Just have your hands by your side. And gently lift from the crown of the head. There'll be a strength here to the band of muscles around. You're getting quite strong now. That's good. Building up your strength. And then exhale, lift up. And that's lifting up pelvic floor and abdominal muscles. And just balancing here for a moment. Take one full breath. And then exhale back down. Exhale up. A nice full breath. And when you're ready to exhale again, just bring yourself down. Preparation, inhale, and then exhale up. And exhale down. Lovely. That's great. So we're just going to plant the left leg. We're not coming into tree or anything. All we're doing is holding our hands on the hips here and lifting up the right leg. And if this is a little bit too much, you can put a finger on a wall and just strengthening here with this balance. Nice and strong. Feeling a golden thread lifting you up from the crown of the head, softening your shoulders and your face. Nice and strong in here. It's nice to feel it. And then placing down. And then the other side. Remember, you can be touching a wall if you wish. Really planting the right side, nice strong feet and leg, and lifting up. Feeling your belly. How is it? How are you healing? Great. Building up lots of strength. And then exhale down. Wonderful. And we'll just walk out here. Giving this area a bit of love and appreciation. Feeling the strength growing. we'll just bring in, we'll come into a warrior, and we'll bring in just a little bit of standing for a moment to bring our strength up. So lifting up pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, and then coming into warrior 2. So your left foot is slightly clipped in, and you've got arch to heel alignment. So your arch and your heel are in alignment. Your knee is over your ankle with the right leg as it's going forward there. And then we're opening up the arms. And warrior 2. How does that feel? Obviously, only do this if it's feeling okay. Just check in with yourself. How are you? Remember to lift up Mula Bandha and abdominal muscles, and looking straight ahead at your arm, your front arm. Just making sure you can see your big toe inside of your knee, your right knee. That means you're opening up nice, your hips nice and wide. But alignment's not so important. If it feels like you want to do this, but this needs to be a bit softer and less held, then please relax a little bit with the alignment. And softening your shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, bring yourself back up, then over to the other side. And bending the left knee so that it's over your ankle, you can see your big toe. Clip in the left foot slightly, and then looking over your left arm. Lifting up Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. And then gently bring yourself back up. Fantastic. And then heel toe in a little bit. And then gently bringing yourself down. So see how this feels. Where are you? Is it stretching you too much? Is it okay? Can you come into the squat? So check that out. If not, come straight down. Just bring yourself down. You don't need to come into a squat. And if you want to have blocks underneath your heels, if you happen to have blocks or books or anything at home, you can place blocks under your heels like this. And then bring yourself down onto the mat. That's great. And then just sitting here for a moment and check in with how you are, how you're feeling. That was strong. A lot of work on the abdomen. Just holding your heart, holding your belly. Lovely. Okay. And then we'll bring our feet together for a bit of a wide Baddha Konasana. So your feet are a little bit further away from your groin area, your pelvis. Inhale up, and then exhale. Slowly fold forward. And if you still feel like you really would like to rest a bit, you can put cushions here and just rest here like this. That's a restorative version. And you can even have blocks underneath your knees, things like that. So you can make it more restorative. And stretching out the hips. That's what we're doing here. That's lovely. And then gently bring yourself up, and then bringing your left heel into your inner thigh, your right inner thigh, and coming into Janu Shirshasana, little Janu Shirshasana sequence with your stretched out right leg. Inhale up, exhale over, just going as gently far over as you need to, being mindful. So you might not be going very far over at all. Stretching out the left side. And then bring yourself up, looking at your big toe. Exhale forward. Straps are quite good here because you can hold a strap, but you don't have to. So we're just going to go a little bit because we're really being mindful of our belly area. By flexing the foot, you'll be stretching out your hamstring a little bit more. Just follow your own lead. See what's right for you. Inhale up. And then staying upright, exhale over to the side into this twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, gently soften. And bring yourself forward. Lovely. And then over to the other side, bringing the right leg in and then flexing the left leg. Your heel is in your thigh. Okay, and then over to the side stretch. It's going as far over as comfortable, depending on where your surgery was, being super careful. And then bring yourself back up, looking forward at your big toe and finding your place. Lovely. And then bring yourself up. And then over to the left into the twist. Looking out over your shoulder a little bit, relaxing back here. Either you can always put block underneath here, underneath the left hand behind you, or you can just cup your fingers, keeping yourself upright, feeling a lengthening from the crown of the head here, that golden thread lifting you. And then gently bring yourself back. Perfect. Opening up your legs, stretching out. So just check out, is that feeling okay? Because you're holding yourself upright, so you're really using your abs here. Check out with your lower back. And you can just move from side to side a little bit. So you're giving yourself a bit of a leg stretch. And then bring yourself up and then closing your legs together. And we're going to bring ourselves down for Shavasana on the mat. So you can make yourself comfortable before, or grab the comfortable things before coming into Shavasana. So I'm going to put a blanket under my head. And I think I'll put this cushion underneath my knees. So whatever you've got, you can make yourself nice and comfortable. Blocks are good under the head as well, anything like that. And then a blanket over the top. So, making yourself nice and comfy. This is your time to relax. So bring yourself down mindfully, carefully. And resting here in Shavasana. This is the final relaxation posture. So your whole body is relaxed and feeling held and supported by the mat. You could take a little moment with your hands on your belly, if you wish, just to give your belly a little bit of love and healing. And just maybe a little gentle rub your abdominal muscles done pretty well today. There's actually been a lot of strengthening in this one. So they've done really well. And rest. So either with your hands on your belly or by your side, or one hand on the belly, one on the heart, however you want to rest. And feeling your whole body relax. So notice the areas that have done work. Notice how they're feeling now. How's your body feeling after practicing some stronger yoga? Very gentle stronger yoga. And invite a complete relaxationing and softening. Feeling like you're in a warm bath of deep relaxation. And please continue to rest here for as long as you need to. But if you also feel like you need to get on with your day, or it's time to get up, then you can roll onto your side. And take a moment resting here. And then gently bring yourself up. Make yourself comfortable sitting here. And just with a closed eyes or a soft eye gaze in a comfortable seated position of any kind. Bring the hands to the heart center. Really thanking yourself for taking this time to look after your body, give your body some love and attention, and thanking your body for being so amazing and seeing you through in this lifetime. What a fantastic thing. Namaste. And thank you for joining me. It's really wonderful to have you here on this 4-phase series, post-abdominal surgery series, or in any of the videos, whatever stage you're at. So nice to have you. And if you appreciate my videos, then it'd be wonderful if you would subscribe to my channel. And if you particularly like this one, you can give it a like, thumbs up, or leave any comments below. I always love hearing your comments, where you're from and what stage of surgery you're at, and or even what type of surgery. Maybe I'm just really nosy. But I just really love hearing about it. So yeah, lots of love to you all, and I'll hopefully see you again on my channel. I've got loads of videos now, so once you're ready, I've got a whole gentle yoga playlist and other playlists. So lots of love and take care. Bye.
Remove the veil so I can see.